Welcome to the very first Paradigm Culinary Corner. This is a podcast from your Paradigm friends here. We have a good group. We have a large group. Could always be larger, but who wants to hear that many voices? Me, that's who. All right, so this is Tug Toller. I am Tug Toller with eSource Miller in Texas and Oklahoma. I am going to be introducing our culinary panel today. That makes you guys sound really impressive, right? Your culinary panel. All right, so we have, let's start with my left here. So let's go with Alfred Laurie with Redstone. He has some other chefs in his area. We have Drew Patterson with Zinc. He's up and by the way, Alfie's in the Colorado area, but they cover Colorado, Wyoming, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Idaho, Montana. Did I get it all, Alfie?
West Texas in
West Texas, yes, El Paso. Drew, you guys have an enormous list as well. Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Western PA.
We just keep going. There's so many fingers.
Yeah, well, you're going to run out of fingers soon. You're going to have to go to toes.
Yeah.
Alex Hansen with Hansen Group in Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. Freddie McDonald with Preferred Marketing Group, PMG for those that might know that, and they are California and Nevada. So you have a couple of large cities there, just one or two. Let's see, I believe we have Ryan Morris. Ryan Morris with KRG is on as well. Ryan, say hello. They have North Carolina and South Carolina.
Hello, everyone.
There he is. Let's go to the far north and go say hi to Steve Dorval. Steve with Collis up in the Canada, hey?
Good morning. Yes, sir.
Did you have your Tim Hortons today?
Yes, I did. Not really. Home coffee.
Yeah, I think you would have to give up your Canadian card if you didn't have it, right? Wouldn't be allowed. Let's see. I believe. Oh, I almost missed Chad. I'm sorry. Chad Christine. Christine, not Christine. Chad Christine with Zinc. Say hello.
Good morning, everybody.
Awesome. And then finally, Tim Kovacs. Tim is with Vader Landgraf. Yes, that Vader. And it's North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and northwestern Wisconsin. Did I get all that?
You did. Nice job.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you guys for joining us very much. Really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. We are all Paradigm members. We are Paradigm culinary folks with our respective groups. What is Paradigm? I'm gonna put Alex on the spot. Alex, can you explain what Paradigm is?
Sure, absolutely. So best way to describe Paradigm, we're really a group of reps who have common core practices. We tend to operate in the same way. We operate in the same markets so that we share all of this common knowledge in order to better serve our customers, making sure that if I'm doing something a different way, we have people who have expertise in every aspect of the food service market.
Yep. There is something to learn from everybody, even the one that you don't want to learn from. There's something to learn. It may be that you're not doing it right, like me, but there's something to learn from everybody. So we tend to share best practices, right? Kind of collaborate on things. There's other things that we share, which is a proprietary software that is from Salesforce, and we'll get into that here in a bit. But so we know what Paradigm is. We're going to talk about why Paradigm. So we said we'd collaborate, we work together, we share best practices. Freddie, my friend, can you kind of talk a little bit about some of the collaborations you've had?
Think about it as utilizing the strengths, the knowledge, and the experience of everyone across the country. Kind of nice to be able to draw from other people that have done something before that maybe I haven't had the opportunity to do. But with all of us across the country, there's at least one of us that have had the same experience in the past and have been through it and give some great advice for it.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, I believe you were in hotels, right, for quite some time?
Yeah, I was a chef in corporate hotels for most of my career.
Right. And
Went into opening restaurants.
we have folks like Drew and Chad that both have a long career of college university, I believe, right?
Yes, long career is a nice way of saying that I'm old, so thank you for sugarcoating that a little bit. But,
I mean, I did.
Yep. I couldn't have said it better myself.
yeah,
Look,
my
this is audio. I didn't even mention that you're bald. I mean, come on.
no, I have 30 years of industry experience, 11 being in healthcare and the rest being in private country clubs and things like that. So brings a unique perspective, but I've had great collaboration from other Paradigm members to understand the dealer world and the world that I wasn't familiar with from the sales side. So it's been a really, really great experience having all this expertise to pull from.
So I'm going to pick on you again, Drew. Drew and I actually got to work together on a large mixing kettle project that a ISD down here in Texas got 2 brand new large mixing kettles. Where were they? 80, hundreds? Is that what they were? 100? Yes, 100-gallon kettles, direct steam at that. So that was fun. And so Drew came down and worked. This is a project out of his territory and dealer of his territory, but obviously in our territory here in Texas and Oklahoma. So Drew came down and we worked with the staff there on how to use and whatnot. So it was great little fun collaboration, right?
Yeah, and it's fun for me. It gets me out, keeps me on my toes with that equipment because I don't get to work with it every day like I used to years ago. And then I got to work with Tug and well, you know, we ate well. There's always that when chefs get together. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I learned something every time, and you know, I think there's a lot more for us to collaborate on, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go to Tim up there in Minnesota. Tim, we were talking, let's try to get everyone down to a kitchen and have all of us cooking and working together. What's your thoughts on that? Maybe a little Tampa?
I like the sound of that. Good networking, bonding, but most importantly, sharing ideas. We got so much culinary strength in this Paradigm Culinary Corner. Let's flex on that a little bit. A new guy like myself to the rep world, chef with 20 years of experience, but new to the rep world could definitely, I think, benefit from something like that. Plus, let's be honest, I want to go where it's warm. So if we could do this in February, I'm all in.
Sounds like a plan. Let's fast track this. Let's get it going now. One of the things that comes up, why Paradigm and why especially this corner of fun, fantastic culinary people, is you get asked to do things that you haven't done, that you just haven't run into before. It hasn't been in your scope of dealings, right? So I had sous vide octopus last week that I had to reach out to another chef. I know Tim has reached out on a couple of occasions. I bet you so has Alfie. Is that about right? You've reached out on, hey, I haven't done this. What do you do for this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's pretty amazing how much knowledge we have as a group. Not just sharing success stories, but sometimes sharing the failures and how you were able to overcome those failures.
There are no failures, right?
Tug, I gotta come clean on something here.
Uh-oh.
So I'm doing this on right now. So Freddie, your demo with the Brussels sprouts and the truffle honey, I ripped that whole recipe off and did it in our Mary Chef for a customer. So I didn't tell him where I saw it, but I took it off as my own. So thanks for that idea.
So
Sure,
what Tim
glad
was
it worked
just
out.
say again, Freddie?
Glad it worked out.
Excellent. So what Tim was just talking about is one of the things you will also see from this Paradigm Culinary Corner are videos, videos of demos, videos of recipes, potentially even sales demos where we're doing features and benefits, right? Freddie has done our first video. And Freddie, why don't you talk about your little Martha Stewart magic you did there?
Okay. We don't do anything little, but yeah, we did. It was a Brussels sprout galette the little black truffle honey and balsamic reduction. Showing off the Mary Chef and the combo therm oven to use all the components. Turned out pretty good, I think.
I think you're selling yourself a little short. It turned out really nice. I thought it looked great. Made me hungry, which is about as best you can do if I'm not going to be eating it, right?
Creative use of ingredients. Loved it.
Yes, a nice savory. Yes. So other collaborations, things that we do, we brought up the Rev earlier, which is once again our proprietary software that we all use. And in that there is Chatter, and let's go to Ryan Morris with KRG. Ryan, tell us a little bit about the Chatter that you've used and how you can see that helping.
Well, you know, as we've kind of dived into the Rev over the last few months and learning all the function of it, we've certainly used the Chatter function to see the best practices written down that other members of Paradigm have put down specific to not only the culinary, but really all the committees. And we've tried to take that and cascade those messages to our organization and learn, you know, how to better ourselves based upon the experiences of all the other members. And it's worked out really well. It's a great way for a large amount of people to communicate at the same time.
Yep, and it's real time, right? So it's
Correct.
not emails that you're having to go back through and find things. So it really is pretty nice. How about we go up north, eh? Who wants to go north? Let's go north. Steve, what do you think about an idea of whether it be a Facebook group or a Pinterest or something along those lines, where we have a group that is a private group that we can invite people into, we approve who is in there, so we're not getting riffraff, as it may be, but where we can all kind of share either pictures of things, recipes of things, or people, our end users could ask, hey, has anyone done, let's use lobster thermidor, just because that's a fun one, right? Has anyone done lobster thermidor in a combi, and what, you know, settings were you doing and whatnot? So what do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea. Actually, it's another venue where we could share, you know, more resources and more ideas. I actually go on Pinterest and retrieve different recipes. So, you know, for different things. And I think that would be an added value to what we're doing as well. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's somebody on here who doesn't steal from Pinterest at times.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I think every time we go to a end user, we're programming something unique for them in the Mary Chef, right? So everybody's going to do, you know, there's some similarities, but there's going to be a lot of end users that are going to want very specific things. So it's good for us to kind of build that database, because it might be something that somebody else is going to need or use down the road.
Right. I get it all the time where it's like, well, you have combis, you have them in schools, or you have them in fill in the blank, right? Why don't you just give me the recipe program? Well, I can, but like Tyson alone for K through 12, I think makes 6 or 7 products just for K through 12 for chicken strips, like just chicken strips. What pan are you using? Are you slacking them? Are they direct from freezer? Like, there's just too many variables that we can give you a starting point, and we're really good at that, but we're really going to have to kind of narrow down. So there's not just one wide brush that can paint a program. And really, there's not a wrong way to do it, right? All right, let's talk about that content, right? So Freddie's got those videos we're talking. We are doing this podcast. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a podcast. It's podcasty. We are going to be doing more of these things. We're going to be asking each individual rep chefs and reps to be doing some of these as well. So please keep a listen out for those. And maybe you could also let us know on social media. You know, I don't know if you've heard of that. There's the Twitters, right? Or maybe the Facebook on ideas of things that you'd like. Do what, Drew?
Where you put content on the line.
Yeah. You got to put it on the online.
Yeah,
you can't just, yeah. It's
right next to the tweeters.
Yep.
Perfect. I think that's kind of wrapping us up. I'm gonna go to Alfie, because I haven't gone back to him in a while. Alfie, what's your thoughts on this? Pretty good?
Oh yeah, I think it's incredible. I think this just opens up the doors to share knowledge and find opportunities to get together in creative manners. Specifically, I'll give an example of something I thought was really cool this summer. The pandemic's obviously created a lot of challenges to get us together and do factory trainings and stuff. But back in July, we did what I'm calling the Mile High, Paradigm Summit. We actually had factories come to us in our test kitchen and collaborated with.
Oh no, you froze.
Of our partner rep groups here, and all got together, and we did trainings, and it was great. I'm sorry I froze. Am I back?
Yeah. In the biz, we call that a teaser because it literally cut off right when you were getting ready to name who it was you did it for. Coming next week. Stay tuned.
Good point, Drew.
Why don't you hit that again, Alfie?
Yeah, what I was getting at is in the summer, with the challenges we had getting everybody together and doing trainings at factories and collaborating with the groups, we just decided to have a Mile High Paradigm Summit where we had factories come to us and had the pleasure of welcoming other rep group partners together, not just to learn together, but to get to know each other. And it was just a really genuine bonding experience. And I still see a lot of the pictures and documentation we took that week floating around on the social media outlets you were referring to, the book and Twitter and LinkedIn, showing all of us having a good time together.
Awesome. So speaking of the medias, Paradigm has specific media, so I wanted to hit those. Obviously, we are on LinkedIn, so you can just search for Paradigm USA there. But on the Book of Face on Facebook, it is Paradigm USA 1. And then also on Twitter, we have Paradigm USA. So really, if you're on a social media and you search up Paradigm USA, it's us. You're going to find us. Plus, you can obviously always find any of our individual rep groups. I know actually all of us have, whether it's Instagram or Twitter or anyone using a weird one that we want to plug.
I'm still on MySpace. I don't know. I'm not getting any tips these days, but I'm still holding strong.
Is Tom still your friend?
Yes.
Tom's thriving. He's actually in the next room.
I'm on TikTok only to keep an eye on my kids.
Yeah, that's another good one. Good old TikTok.
Yeah, I would vote against culinary TikTok dance videos. That is waiting to happen.
See, you say you vote against it, but I think that's going to happen now because
Oh,
you just brought it up.
It'd be breakdancing though, something really cool.
Well, if only we had enough cardboard.
My vote is I'd like to see Drew do that.
Well, thank you guys very much for your time. Thank you to the listeners of this very much for your time. Please stay tuned for more of these. We really are looking forward to hopefully, entertaining, but also obviously being a resource to you guys and getting across some good information. And once again, we're here for you, right? We want to help you in any way possible, and whether it's help you with national chain that's got locations that are not in your territory and you need help with a chef kind of doing a demo over there or whatever it might be, we're here for you. So guys, thank you. Let's sign off and tell people listen up for the next one coming.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Will do, Chef. Thanks
Thanks, all.
everybody.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Todd.
everyone.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, guys.